Hi guys, Shaheen here from ZK My Way. Today I wanted to share with you the way I make Indian tea, which we call chai in Hindi or Urdu. How to do this when I was 8 years old, and I have been making it this way since then. My parents used to have me make their chai in the morning for them, so when I was a little girl of 8 years old, I could make this. So if I could do it back then, you guys can do this. It's really simple. So without further ado, let's get started. The first thing that you are going to need to make this chai is a pot. What I do is decide how many cups I'm making. Today I'm going to be making about 2 mugs full that are about 3/4 of the way full. So I put in about 1/4 of a mug full of water. I have the heat on high, and now before the water starts to boil, I'm going to put in some loose leaf tea, and I'll show you the brand in just a bit. We like ours really strong, which is where the Kadak part of it comes from. Kadak means strong in Hindi or Urdu. So I put in 4 teaspoons of tea, and I'm just stirring the pot a little bit to get all of the tea leaves covered. This is the brand of loose tea leaves that I like to use. It's called Wagh Bakri, and Wagh means lion and Bakri means goat. And on the packaging you'll also see this guy without a shirt on with his lion and goat. He looks like a bodybuilder. This is the iconic picture that you'll find on this brand of tea. This is a picture of the tea bags. I also make this tea with tea bags, and I didn't have a picture of the loose leaf packaging, but it's very similar, and it'll just say loose tea or something like that on the packet. If you don't find this brand, you can use Red Label tea. Tapal is a Pakistani brand. You can use that, and basically any loose leaf tea that you find would be okay. Now we come to the Pudina part of the tea. Pudina just means mint. I'm using dried mint leaves here, and I'm going to put a very generous pinch full of the mint in there. If you had fresh mint in your garden, you could most definitely use that. About 2 to 3 leaves of fresh mint would be perfect for 2 cups of tea. Let's say you didn't have any mint, or you don't prefer to put mint in your tea. You could definitely skip that part and just have some plain tea. A lot of Indians and Pakistanis also like to have masala tea. There is a masala powder that is sold right where the tea leaves are sold in the ethnic grocery stores, or you could put in a little bit of cardamom and some other spices like cinnamon and make masala tea. So once the tea mixture that you have made starts to boil like this, it's up to you. You can boil it just a little bit for a little bit of a strong flavor. I like to boil it quite a bit, like you see here, where almost all of the water is gone, and then I put in skim milk. If you like, you can put in whatever you use at home, 1%, 2%, or full fat milk. If you do put in the higher fat milk, you are going to want to increase your water and maybe do half water and half milk and not boil it down so much. So my husband and I like a little more than a half a mug full of tea in the morning. So I am putting in now about 3/4 of a mug full 2 times. So about 1.5 mugs full of milk. Here I'm just showing you the tea strainer that you're going to need at the end when the tea is ready to strain out all the loose leaf tea and be left with just your cup of chai. You can find this online or maybe at your local Indian or Pakistani store. So at this point the tea has been cooking for a good 2.5 minutes. The edges of the pot, you can see the tea is starting just to come to a boil. This is the point where you might need to cook it for another 1 to 2 minutes to make it come to a rolling boil. I would not leave the area at this point because it does go from not boiling to overflowing all over your stove in a matter of seconds. It has happened to the best of us, and let me tell you, it is a big mess that you don't want to clean. So as you can hear that little bit of a sizzle, make sure you're right there and with your hand on the burner, ready to turn it down to low. So when it comes to this boiling point right here, it'll come up once, and we call that josh. It comes up to a boil. I turn the burner down right there and then bring it down to the middle of the pot again, and then I turn it up and bring it up one more time, and at this point the tea is done. And now you'll use that handy strainer that I showed you earlier to strain the tea into your mug or your cup. And your Kadak Pudina chai or your Indian tea is ready to serve. You can put some Indian biscuits on the side. I also like to dunk some cookies or toast into my tea. So that's all for now. I hope you try this chai and let me know what you think. For more videos, please keep watching, subscribe, like, and comment below, and I'll see you next time. Thanks.